Hi, my name is Dr. Anne-Marie Barter, and today we are going to talk about menopause and histamine and how they're linked. Are you in menopause or perimenopause and suddenly dealing with headaches, anxiety, gut issues, skin flushing, or weird allergy symptoms? What if I told you histamine intolerance might be to blame? Most women don't realize that hormonal shifts in menopause can trigger histamine issues, leading to a whole range of unexplained symptoms. In this video, I'll break down how estrogen and progesterone affect histamine, the most common histamine symptoms in menopause, triggers that are actually making it worse, and most importantly, how to fix it naturally. So, if you're dealing with these frustrating symptoms, please stay tuned. All right, let's talk about why menopause makes histamine issues worse. Estrogen increases histamine. It triggers mast cells to release more histamine, and it blocks DAO, the enzyme that breaks histamine down. Progesterone naturally lowers histamine. It calms mast cells and supports DAO function. But during menopause, progesterone drops much faster than estrogen, which means histamine goes unchecked. The end result? Histamine builds up, causing symptoms you may not even realize are connected. So, let's talk about some of the most common histamine symptoms in menopause. Headaches and migraines. Histamine dilates blood vessels leading to migraines. Anxiety, panic attacks, and insomnia. Histamine acts as a stimulant in the brain, keeping you wired. Hot flashes and flushing. Histamine triggers vasodilation, making hot flashes worse. Sinus congestion and allergies. If you're suddenly reacting to foods, pollen, perfumes, histamine overload may be to blame. Gut issues, IBS, bloating, diarrhea. Histamine affects gut motility, leading to bloating, constipation, or diarrhea. Heart palpitations and dizziness. Histamine can stimulate your cardiovascular system, making your heart race. Which of these symptoms have you noticed? Comment below. I'd love to hear your experience. Now, if you already have histamine sensitivity, certain things could be making it worse. High histamine foods, aged cheeses, fermented foods like kimchi or sauerkraut, alcohol, processed meats, chocolate, and even leftovers. Gut issues. This one is a really big one. Conditions like SIBO, candida, leaky gut, H. pylori reduce the DAO enzyme function, making it harder to break down histamine. My recommendation is to run a stool test and see what's really going on. The stool test is going to really narrow down what's producing histamine in the gut and to be able to treat it more effectively. I've put a couple supplements in the notes section: microbe support, SIBO support, and leaky gut support. Some people don't want to test and they want to jump to supplements, but my first recommendation would be testing. Chronic stress and poor sleep are also contributors. High cortisol equals more histamine release and increased symptoms. Also remember, as women enter perimenopause, their stress levels seem to go up for a variety of other reasons as well, not only histamine related. And then HRT without progesterone. Estrogen therapy alone can increase histamine, which increases your issues. And remember that progesterone is decreased faster, so that imbalance is really gonna cause problems. And then nutrient deficiencies. DAO needs vitamin C, B6, zinc, and copper to function properly. Get tested to see what nutrient deficiencies you have. Don't guess, test. So good news, here's how you can help it naturally. You can balance your hormones. Consider bioidentical progesterone or herbal progesterone to counteract the histamine. Boost your DAO production. Eat vitamin C, B6, zinc, and copper-rich foods like bell peppers, salmon, pumpkin seeds, beef liver. Take a DAO enzyme supplement before meals. Heal the gut. Address SIBO, candida, leaky gut, low bacteria. Get a stool test to hone in on where to treat. And then reduce your high histamine foods. Stick to fresh, whole foods instead of aged fermented ones. This is not really a long-term solution. Figure out why the histamine is elevated and treat that. Support your liver. Eat cruciferous vegetables, do dandelion root tea, milk thistle to help clear your excess histamine. And then natural antihistamines like quercetin, vitamin C, stinging nettle, DAO supplements can really help to reduce histamine reactions. And remember to manage your stress and sleep. Use meditation or deep breathing, magnesium, or one of my favorites is Wired But Tired, which is an adaptogen that you can take throughout the day. I'll put a link below, but it's really gonna help calm your nervous system down. So let's do a quick recap. Estrogen increases histamine while progesterone reduces it. Menopause triggers histamine issues, leading to headaches, anxiety, gut problems, and more. You can lower histamine naturally through hormone balancing, gut healing, nutrition, and stress management. So I have a question for you. Have you noticed worse histamine symptoms in menopause? Drop a comment below. I'd love to hear your experience. If this video helped, be sure to like, subscribe, share this with other women who need it. Post more videos on hormones, gut health, neurotransmitters, and stay tuned for more. Until next time, take care and be well. Bye-bye.